Savage Hawkman number 17, written by Tom DeFalco, art by Joe Bennett. Last issue was pretty much the end of the whole Thanagarian arc, and this issue is just the reestablishment of where does Hawkman go from here. So we open up in Manhattan, where there is apparently a bank robbery going on, like middle of the night heist sort of thing, instead of guns loaded. But they pull out this big bomb, and they're like, hey, this is apparently some really high-tech crap. It's going to make a big explosion. Not sure how strong it is, so everybody stand back. And he puts the bomb on the thing, sets it off, and then, like, the whole bank just blows up. Like, they're dead, 100%. So then we cut to Carter and Emma. Emma's back with her father, and her father's like, "Oh, Emma, you're home. To be fair, I didn't even really know you were gone." And all of Carter's narration is just like, "Yeah, he's got Alzheimer's. He's very forgetful, and like he's not that aware of things." And we see him explaining to his daughter, like, "Oh, I found an advanced civilization that has given birth to the ancient Sumerian." And she's like, "Oh yeah, tell me more." Meanwhile, Carter's like, "Oh my god. Okay, so apparently a big thing of my nth metal now is anytime that there's Thanagarian weaponry being used, I just get a searing headache. So that's neat." So he's trying to make an excuse to like dip out. He's like, "Oh, Professor, that sounds interesting. How about we talk about it over dinner? You can catch up with your daughter." And Emma's like, "Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just catch up with my dad here and now. So you can see yourself out, right?" And Carter's like, "Okay, yeah, sure. Bye." So then we cut to a bar called the Blood Bucket, where this guy's walking out, and he gets stopped by a woman dressed completely in black, who I'm just gonna spoil right now. Her name is Shadow Thief. She has a suit of living shadows, and she's here interrogating this guy because apparently he's a snitch who knows a whole bunch of stuff. And he's like, "Hey, what can you tell me about that bank robbery that went wrong?" And he's like, "I don't know nothing about nothing." And then she just asks again, and he's like, "Oh yes, the guy who bankrolled it owns a restaurant down on 34th. So then we see this guy, and he's talking to, wouldn't you know it, Xerxes. And he's saying, "Hey, I just lost an entire crew because you didn't tell me how powerful that bomb was going to be." And he's like, "I told you it was strong. You just didn't know how strong." And he's like, "Well, I want a refund." He's like, "Well, how about a discount instead?" And sold. So they're just going to sell more weapons to this guy, but they're going to do it at a later date. And so at that point, Xerxes is like, "Well, we need to sell all of these weapons because they're not doing me any good just sitting around." So then we see Carter walking down the street, and he goes back to his old apartment that was like firebombed at the time when he left. And he's like, "Huh, my door is fixed. It's no longer blown off its hinges." And then wouldn't you know it, Singh, his old roommate, or not roommate, I don't know what you call it, neighbor, he shows up, and apparently he got a haircut, and he's dressing nicer, and he's just like a totally different character, which is fine because I barely remembered him. But anyway, he hands the keys off to Carter. Turns out that the landlord thought that all the fire damage was caused by a gas leak, and so he just fixed it and replaced everything Carter owned because he figured it would be cheaper than dealing with a lawsuit from Carter. And he's like, "Huh, well, you know, I wasn't planning on moving back into my old place because literally all of my enemies know where I live, but, you know, they'd never expect me here, now would they?" So he's like, "Yep, sure, I'm gonna move back in, I guess. Hey, Singh, you want to go get a drink?" And Singh's like, "I'm now attractive, so I have a date with a lingerie model." So then we cut to an abandoned church where we meet Aviva Metula, who she was a soldier for Israeli forces, the Mossad, and now she's been betrayed by them, but she has this shadow skin suit, which is painful every time she tries to take it off. And now she fights for the entire world. It's all just third-person narration saying that. So anyway, Carter makes his way back to Dr. Ziegler's research facility, and Dr. Ziegler hands off the thing being like, "Carter, I need you to translate this immediately. It's super important." And Carter takes a look at it and he's like, "I did this like a month ago. Hey, Emma, your dad ain't doing so hot." And she's like, "I know. I don't know how to deal with that. So, cut to the restaurant owner. He's just opining to his goons like, ah, yes, we're going to do this deal on a yacht, but then we're going to steal from Xerxes because I could have all that tech myself, and we'll give him a funeral at sea. Any questions? Meanwhile, his shadow is actually Shadow Thief listening in on the conversation. Then we see Xerxes and his General Ironsides hoverboarding in, and it's like, hey, I have a feeling this guy's going to rob us. Can you prime one of those bombs so that way I can threaten him with it? And he's like, sure thing, boss. So they land, and as soon as he starts priming the bomb, Hawkman's like, ah, geez, okay, someone's using Thanagarian tech. I got to go deal with this. And he becomes Hawkman, flies off. Emma comes back into the lab, and it's just like, oh, well, the window's open, and Carter's nowhere to be found. It doesn't take a brain doctor to figure this one out. And then we get the new mission statement of Hawkman, which is, there is no Carter Hall. It was just a convenient fiction. He's fully embracing that he is an alien named Qatar Hall, and he is a warrior, and now he is hunting men and monsters sworn to protect Earth from all threats, both terrestrial and galactic. So that's just a thing now. He's now a space cop. So Xerxes is showing off some weapons, and the restaurant guy's like, screw it, I'm going to buy all your stuff. And he's like, all right, cool, sounds good. And I'm taking the 5-finger discount. And then all the guys pull their guns, and Xerxes is like, this is the same bomb that killed your entire squad. It's primed to go off. How about we stand down? And Hawkman busts through the window and being like, yeah, I'll take you all down. And so big like 3-way fight breaks out. Meanwhile, Shadow Thief shows up being like, hey, those are alien weapons, and I am particularly against the sale of alien weapons, and for that matter, aliens in general. And she starts fighting Xerxes, and Hawkman's like, well, I hope you're not like super bad against aliens, because I'm kind of, but regardless, let's fight together. So Hawkman takes on Ironsides. The restaurant guys are like not even of challenge at all. But Shadow Thief drags them into this like shadow realm she's got going on. And Xerxes and Ironside bail as they drop a whole bunch of bombs on the ground. And Hawkman's like, Jesus Christ, the blast radius is going to be huge. How are we going to get out of this? And Shadow Thief's like, there's no time. We have to. And then all of a sudden the boat explodes. But considering how there's still 3 more issues of Hawkman, I don't think he's dead. Okay, so I don't like that Carter just gave up all of his humanity. Like, he saw what the Thanagarians were. He saw how awful of a people they became. And he's still deciding, like, nope, that's me. That's who I am underneath. I'll never be human. Time to give up on that identity altogether. But, like, at the same time, he doesn't. He's just kind of using Carter Hall, I guess, as a secret identity now. It'd be like Batman saying, there is no Bruce Wayne. I guess closer one would be like Wonder Woman and Diana Prince, where it's like, Diana Prince is just convenient. Underneath it, I am Wonder Woman. It's the same sort of thing here, but, like, I don't know. It just feels weird to me that he just gave it all up without, like, anything to say for it. And he was so into, like, and now I will protect the world. It's like, what were you doing before? I feel like you were just constantly doing that already, and now you've just doubled down with a new name. I don't know. It seemed weird to me. It felt unearned. The whole neighbor getting a makeover thing, it felt to me like the artist was just like, I never actually saw what he looked like, so here's a new character, and we're just going to say it's the same guy. The Alzheimer's thing, we'll see if that turns into anything. Seems like a bit weird to me right now. I don't know. Nothing in this really jumped out at me as like, yeah, I'm liking the direction Hawkman's taken now. It's just, all right, yeah, why not? Let's do that. So overall, I got to give this one like a 6. Nothing is offensively bad. It's just questionable choices coming out to an average issue. So, meh.